I don't think anyone really sees what's happening right now and its full consequences. Like we can only guess, but it's like safely above 2% of the world owning this asset. So figure that out. A year later, 4%, a year later, 8%, a year later, we're above 1/8 of the world holding this asset class.
In a 45-minute interview with London Real, on-chain crypto analyst Willy Woo has discussed a variety of topics with host Brian Rose, mainly regarding what may be next for Bitcoin and the future of cryptocurrency as a medium. As the crypto markets have become unsteady and volatile, many analysts, traders, and pundits have been clear about admitting that they themselves do not know exactly where the whole crypto space is heading. However, as of now, what we can gather is that Bitcoin has been trading sideways for months. It has fallen 50% off its all-time high, and that it currently sits in the 34 to 37k range. The bears are calling this a bear market, with a floor of 10 to 20k, yet the bulls are calling this a mere dip, with a major rally coming soon. Willy Woo has a lot to say about this topic, giving his reasons on where he thinks the market is right now, and the potential Bitcoin price for 2022. Let's listen to what Woo has to say.
Out of a very, very soft December where we've got a lot of institutions selling down, taking their profits. And that has caused the price to come down substantially in a very weak kind of month where there's not a lot of liquidity in the market. But overall, if you were to look at who holds the coins, they're held by relatively strong holders. And it's very cyclical. The coins move from people who have held it for a long time to a whole bunch of new people. And we're now in this kind of peak where the long-term holders have most of the coins. So usually they don't want to sell, right? They're not going to sell until, there's some profit to be made. So, in a typical structure like this, you kind of expect once the sort of consolidation that we're in, we've been sideways chopped for quite a long time. Once that sort of completes, we can expect price to go higher, just because so many coins are held by the guys that are not selling until they realize profit. So it's a pretty strong structure right now, even though the market's in short-term fear because it's come down. Long-term in the macro sense of this market, we're still in a bull rally, or bull structure at least. All we need to do is break the kind of all-time highs around the high 60s, and then it moves, because we've been consolidating around or below the high 60s for, it's been almost a good part of a year. So when you have that amount of time agreeing the price is solid around the, I think it's a $1 trillion valuation for this market. It's very healthy, right? It's like a lot of price discovery at the 50,000 plus range, which values Bitcoin at $1 trillion. So, once that's agreed on for a long time and we break higher, usually it does a step change up. We had that in tail end of 2020. So you see Bitcoin does these sort of huge rallies, and then it sort of waits around for a while to consolidate. And so, I think once we break all-time highs this year after such a long consolidation, going from 69,000 to 100,000, it's barely 50% gain. That's nothing for Bitcoin. When you think about the market, you've got it's a menagerie of animals, right? You've got the long-term holders, like maybe Michael Saylor, who's stacking this coin for his company for the next 100 years, right? So every coin he buys, that kind of person is not going to sell. So you've got the hardcore long-term investors, the medium-term investors, and then you've got the short-term investors. And then you've got these different types of people, like people who are new and don't understand it, and others that are really solid in their understanding and their investment in this market. And so whenever the price rallies, you're going to have, for starters, the guys that are new to it are going to go, I've never seen profits like this, I'm taking profit, and they sell. And as the thing starts to sell down, like people get scared, and a lot of the newer guys will like get shaken out of the market. So every time we go downwards, we're testing the lows and we're effectively shaking out, we call it weak hands, but basically the guys that get freaked out. And so at every price level, you've got to consolidate and make sure that people are holding this asset long-term solid investors, and the guys that are going to sell on the earliest sort of profit or the earliest signs of loss, they have to be shaken out of the market. And so, that's why you get these step changes. You go up, you shake out the traders, you shake out the short-term guys, the guys that are new to the market, and even they learn over a long kind of period of time being in the market that this kind of volatility within this emerging asset class is very normal. So you don't get up forever, right? You have to always test those highs with new lows, usually a higher low, hopefully. So we need time for the market to settle on the price. And furthermore, like underlying this, it's just more and more money is coming into the market. And if you think of Bitcoin as like this bucket, right? It's a bucket that people still value in, like equities or real estate, but it's a special one in that it's storing value online, so it's internet programmable and it can be transmitted borderlessly. It's a kind of new asset class. And so everything like this, where you're getting adoption, and the internet has seen a huge adoption, right? It's created an adoption S-curve. Well, Bitcoin's the same, right? We're doing an adoption S-curve. So it roughly doubles every year. It has been doubling every year in terms of the number of people that are exposed to this asset. And it's been doing that for like 13 years. So we're in exponential growth, at least in the number of people holding it. And so the price will go up. It's just a matter of time for the market to effectively value this adoption curve. And that takes time, and the market's very irrational in the short term. So you get ups and downs. Like we can talk about how things are changing in the market. So it's becoming a lot more complex, and you're starting to see a little bit more volatility than you would have normally expected just by the way the market works now.
If you want to listen to the full interview, click on the link provided in the description. We would love to hear your thoughts. Comment down below. If you found this video useful, please hit the like button. It only takes 1 second, but it greatly helps the channel, and more importantly, it helps YouTube find someone similar to you who wants to stay up to date in the world of cryptocurrency. If you're new to the channel, don't forget to hit the subscribe button and bell notification. Thank you for watching Daily Dose Crypto.